Impossible Coin. My name is Tegan Somerset. I am here with the one, the only Rockford Hardington.
That's not my name, but hi.
That is your name.
It's not my name.
Yeah. Tell that to the judge and the jury. And you know, if I am doing the intro, it means that Brian is out of office. It's okay, though. He will be back with us next month for spooky season, where he will tell us all about the over 100 horror movies he's watched. And I can't wait to hear his top 5.
I'm also
I am going to ask him. He will not be able to avoid the question. It will be fun.
Okay, you're going to trap Brian into answering a question? I want to see that.
I'm going to trap Brian into answering a question. Because it's going to be content.
Alright, cool.
We have had a very busy weekend.
It's true.
It's been nuts. Rocky just came off an 11-hour stream over on the Impossible Coin Twitch.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad.
It was 11 hours.
Oh, man.
How was performing for 11 hours?
I mean, that was fine. I just wish I wasn't getting bodied as much, I think. That would have been cool. Pretty sure.
Yeah, that's true. For those of you who missed it, because it was 2 weeks ago at this point, Rocky did an 11-hour live stream of our battles for Team Grub in this first official Splatfest of Splatoon 3. And we got our shit kicked in.
It's true. It's
for 11 hours.
Oh, man.
Our longest loss streak was 14 losses in a row. We were averaging 6 losses for every win, and we finished the day with only a 26% win ratio, which was lower than what our team was earning at the halfway point, which was like 31%.
Yeah, to be fair, it was only 31, but like, fuck.
Yeah, but fuck. Ugh. I can't wait to see how these results shake out.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Gear's gonna win. I mean, or won at this point. Kayfabe, whatever.
Yeah, right. We'll figure it out.
It's weird that, like, maybe it was different when we were playing on Team Scissors, but, like, Tricolor is its own, like, queue.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, we weren't getting any Tricolors, but I think maybe it's because we weren't, like, the defending team. Because, like, in Scissors, like, it was just every once in a while, it's like, oh, hey, here's a Tricolor battle, you gotta defend this. While, like, we're playing on, like, one of the other teams that isn't being targeted by Tricolor, so, like, we just didn't get any Tricolors.
So it was my understanding, and I didn't see it when I was setting up our games, in the lobby. Like, from when we were doing it on Team Scissors last time, the winning team does not get to choose whether or not they participate in the Tricolor battles.
Right.
Everyone on that team is just automatically thrown into that queue. But I thought the losing teams got to pick whether or not they participated in Tricolor battles or not. So I don't know if maybe we weren't queuing right, or if the game was just like, you guys are not winning enough to warrant being in a Tricolor battle.
No, I think we just gotta switch to the queue. I think that's all it is. Cause, like, I played a Tricolor, and all I did is just, like, choose the queue, and that was that.
Wild. We're gonna get there. We'll figure it out. We'll have it on lock next time, and hopefully next time the Splatfest is on not the weekend that we're recording.
Yeah, right.
So we can talk about the results also, because I'm very interested to figure out what it is that we were, like, the strat that we need in order to function as a duo. Because I think that, like, between the two of us, we were doing okay. Our communication was good. We just had no map control. If anyone wants to watch the 11 hours of the VOD and tell us what we were doing wrong, please feel free.
There's also some clips that June did for us. Shout out to June. What up? Man. I don't know. I know, like, I'm still figuring out dualies, and dualies aren't actually great for Turf War, like, in general. I know that much. And even then, I wasn't using, like, the dualies that you should be using on Turf War.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Because, you know, squelchers just have a lot more range and they are able to, like, fill in, like, map control and stuff. And, like, so it's better at that. Everything else is very much like attack, attack, attack. Like, you have to be in close range. You have to be dashing into people and whatnot. And, like, I would just be hit by people that just deal more damage to me. Like, I'd run into a slosher bucket. Or, like, a blaster would just, like, kind of, like, boot me in the head and I'm dead.
Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, I'm over here swimming under rollers like a fool. I'm just like, oh yeah, if I'm in the ink, then it won't work. And it's just an immediate splat because you get squished.
Right, yeah. Just easy 400 damage, like, get fucked.
Right, yeah, whoops. Oh well. I play a Splash-O-Matic, not the one with the funnel on the end, just the regular one. Not the Neo Splash-O-Matic, the regular one. And I love that thing, but it only fires in a straight line. It's got excellent inking, but you have to be able to move with it, which is the frustrating part. Because it doesn't move. Also, I've discovered the crab is a lot faster when you move side to side, not forwards and backwards. It's like the crab was designed to move side to side.
Do you know how to barrel roll or, like, roll with the crab?
Yeah, I do know how to roll with the crab. When you roll with the crab, you're protected, and you leave a thing of ink behind you, but you don't roll quickly. Like, it's a slower motion than if you're just walking side to side. It does let you get up walls, though.
I know you can climb walls with the crab.
You have to be in ball form, though, so, you know. It's not like you can dip at the ink or something. It's got decent range, too, which is, like, why I was, like, at the end for a lot of stuff. Like, in the art studio and stuff, I was like, I'm gonna stand on this tower, and I'm just gonna turn in this crab! It's good for, like, suppressing fire. It's not necessarily good for, like, splatting or, like, overall ink coverage, the way some of the other, like, ultimates are. Yeah,
man. I've seen, like, a lot of people get a lot of uses out of Cloud, but I don't think there's a dually Cloud. I think I need to pick another weapon and use it. The Cloud's pretty strong. Like, it's definitely good for, like, advancing. Same for, like, Wave Breaker and, like, Booyah Bomb.
I like... If we could get... We had the strat down, I think, for Akira Slide and Shield right afterwards for the first Splatfest. I would like to get back into that rhythm again.
Okay.
Because that was fun.
It is fun, yeah.
But I definitely need, like, a different gun, because after having the Splash-O-Matic for so long, I'm just like, this thing isn't inking enough, even though it's not that. It's just that the ink, like, spray is wider, so I can't control it as well.
But yeah, I definitely had a rough weekend playing the Splatfest, but, like, I feel like I learned a lot. And I think I have a better idea of, like, what skills I actually want to take into, like, the next, like, major engagement. I need to play around a lot more with swim speed and how much ink saver I want to use. I don't really need a replenisher as much. And special saver is pretty good too, but, like, if I die less, I probably shouldn't be using special saver. So we got to figure that out.
We'll figure it out. We'll come back next Splatfest with an update on our tech and what we think is working and what isn't. I want to be on the winning team so bad. Okay. When I saw Team Fun was winning at the halfway point, I was like, good. But also how? Because I've only seen them once.
It was only barely. Also, there's a lot more fun in Pro. Like, when I was playing, like, in the Pro queue, like, solo before... Like, pretty much every game I was playing, I was running into Fun.
That's wild.
I mean, it makes sense, because there's less of them, right? So, like, unless they're intensely organized, they're much more likely to be running around as solos as opposed to, like, in groups.
That's fair. I kind of want to imagine that they're intensely organized. That there's like just one Discord channel that's like only team fun, and everyone like has like squatted up as like groups of 4 and stuff.
Really big Classroom of the Elite vibes.
Right, exactly. Huge Classroom of the Elite vibes.
Oh my god. Speaking of things, not to figure out what's working and what isn't, I'm just going to give a brief League of Legends update.
Mm-hmm.
I've made it to Silver 2, and I've been hanging around Silver 2 for about a week and a half now.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm. So I keep yo-yoing up and down, which is kind of annoying, because, like, you know, the only way to get out is actually, like, to hit a good streak.
Mm-hmm.
Or even, like, you know, honestly, if you win about 60% of your matches, you'll climb out of anything. That's just how it goes. But, like, my win ratio in the past, like, 2 weeks is something like 54, 55.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so I might be stuck unless I find the next killer app. They've moved some of the champs around that I've been using a lot. Kind of like Miss Fortune has like a much more expensive build that she needs to build now, because like the long and the short of it is that she had a very like inexpensive build that like dealt surprising amounts of damage. It wasn't the top damage, but what you could do is that if you get ahead early, it's easy to like snowball because your stuff is cheap. And if you're behind, it's easy to catch up because your stuff is cheap and you don't need that much gold to get back into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now the opposite is true. Miss Fortune has a lot of more damage up front. But her build is expensive because they want you to play, like build crit on her again. And all the crit items are crazy expensive. So like, if you can stay even, then it's fine. But if you fall behind, it's incredibly difficult to catch back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Mm-hmm. And then, but Ashe got buffed, which I play a lot of Ashe. I think she's neat. And she's...
Ashe, like, I feel like Ashe has always been good. And Ashe has always been viable.
She's always been viable. That's true. But, like, before her latest rework, where they basically made her like an attack speed demon. There was only like 1 or 3 things that she could do, which is like, she could help with the vision game, but if your support is like really on it, like it's kind of redundant at that point. But now she has like the ability to build like incredible attack speed, and there are items that like are built to like just shred if you can keep hitting stuff. And, they just improved her attack speed steroids, so now she's actually being banned, which is really funny to me. Because, I mean, who bans Ashe, right?
Right, yeah. Ashe is one of the, like, most basic champions.
Right. And so, like, her kit is that, like, there's a lot of raw power in it right now because of the attack speed. And, like, it's also kind of like a new change that people are taking advantage of, so people are banning it because they don't want to deal with it, they don't want to learn. But, like, Ashe still has the same problems. You jump on her, she's probably dead, you know? And, if you can get her to waste her ult, like the big crystal arrow, then like, you know, she can't do a lot in team fights, except when she has attack speed. And then she becomes really great at kiting, like she becomes really strong in the right hands. But like, she's not gonna 1v9, you know, she's not Vayne. Ironically, she counters Vayne, but like, you know, she's not Vayne.
Right.
But yeah, I need to make some adjustments. I'm not going to pick up a new role this late into it, but like I'm trying to get to gold by the end of the season, which should be in the next month or 2. It's usually like late October, mid-November. So I got to get through these 2 divisions and get back out. And there are some games that like, go just about as bad as they can. But like I'm able to carry if I'm able to stop the bleeding, which is nice. Like I have a sense of the macro where it's just like, oh man, my top laner is 1-7. What do I do? And then like before I was just like, well, I'm just going to do the best I can in my lane and then try to figure out a team fight. And the answer is incorrect. You don't do that. It's like, oh, my bad. I got to start building for them now. Like as long as I'm even with this guy, whatever. But like I need to be able to kill that guy. And if I can kill that guy, then maybe we'll be able to even out. And then I just got to stop the top laner from going into terrible fights. But, and like, I'll like aggressively ping like across the map while I'm like playing, like I'm being that person now. But like, you know, we win at the end of it. So like, they don't have anything to complain about. Just like, calm down. Let me cook. But
right, you're like, I understand what I'm doing. I understand what I'm doing. Will you please do your job?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just slow down. It's like, hey man, they're 3 levels above you. Stop fighting them. Please. Like, it's not even like you can outplay them at this point. They have more numbers than you. Like, slow down. Oh man. But yeah, like, sometimes you get those. But I've also, like, softened my position on surrendering. Because especially, I played a lot of games where I was just like, never surrender, because like, you know, I'm the worst case scenario, I get to play more of this game. And who knows, maybe they'll throw, right? But like, I'm getting to a point where like, my opponents have more understanding of like the macro, where they're less likely to throw. Like, they're just they're just not gonna make the big mistake that we're able to capitalize on. And, you know, sometimes it still works, you know. Sometimes you can just hide everyone in a bush at a key location and then, like, bait them into a terrible team fight and win. But, like, more often than not, like, we just don't have the vision for that, you know? Like, like, the numbers are not on our side. We don't know where they are, and they could come from anywhere. And if no one can stun the 17-1 Master Yi, what are you gonna do? Like, the game's over. Like, we have to stop. And, like, especially, like, since I'm playing, like, I limit myself for the most part. Like, I do a lot to keep myself from, like, tilting. Like, for the most part, on any given day, I'll play about 3 games, no matter what. And maybe the 3 wins. Or maybe they go 2-1 or 1-2, or, you know, I haven't gone 0-3 yet. But, like, when I do those.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. And so, like, if I go 0-3, I'm not gonna go, oh, I need another one. It's like, no, you need to get out of the chair. Go do something else. Relax. And so, like, if I'm playing these games and I'm, like, in, like, 20 minutes and it looks like, someone got really ahead and we don't have a straightforward answer for them, I'm willing to surrender at, like, 20 minutes, you know? Like, cause it's just, like, I only have 2 more games today and I'm not gonna sink all my energy into this one, cause it doesn't look like there's anything we can do about it. And, like, you know, maybe there's a chance that, like, the leading top laners, like, will get up to go to the bathroom and their little brother will get on the keyboard and fuck some shit up, but it's, you know, unlikely. I'm not gonna bet on that, actually. So, I feel a lot better about surrendering. Like, I feel like it's a much more strategic choice in, like, the macro of what I'm trying to do, which is, like, climb, as opposed to, like, you know, this is the game that I'm playing and I want to play as much of it as possible. It's a different experience, really. Especially since, like, you know, people are getting better at closing games as they get closer to gold. Like, it's just like, oh, they're gonna do this, and then they're gonna do this, and then they're gonna do this. And it's like, can we stop them from doing this? No, we don't have the vision. Can we stop them from doing this? Nope. We just lost a jungler. And it's like, okay, well, you know, I don't want to be here for another 20 minutes and wait for them to slowly end the game. I'm just gonna move. I'm just gonna move on and do the next thing. But, you know,
is there anything else that's, like, anything you've picked up, I guess, on this climb that's, like, drastically changed your playstyle, other than your, like, willingness to just be like, yeah, you know what? This was a good game for 20 minutes. I'll see you next time.
Oh, yeah, there's a handful of things. I'm much better at wave control than I've ever been. Like, before, I didn't understand what, like, controlling the wave really meant. Like, I've heard the words, like, freeze and, like, push, both fast and slow, but I really didn't understand them. And, like, someone's, like, said the words to me, and, like, I also wasn't able to parse them properly, but now I get it. So, like, minion waves are usually made up of, like, an even number of, like, caster minions and melee minions, and sometimes a cannon, right? Like, there's, like, a cannon, like, every 2-3 waves. So, depending on what you want to do. For example, let's say you want to fight as much as possible. In your lane. Like, you have, like, the CC on your side, and it's a good idea for you to engage them, and you don't want them to try to get too far away where you can't actually hurt them. So, instead of, like, you know, hitting whatever minions, you want to slow push, specifically. Which is, you don't auto-attack the minions, like, while they're just kind of sitting there. You just let them bonk each other. But, you tag the melee minions first. You make sure that you kill those. Because caster minions continually deal damage, and if they're in the back, they're not taking damage. So, like, the wave will push toward you, basically. And so you want the wave to push toward you and your tower, which exposes your opponent in the lane so that your jungler, if they're free, can come down and like gank pretty easily. The tricky part is that you have to try to control vision in the river while you let the wave push toward you, but it's not that hard once you know what you're doing, as long as you coordinate with your teammate. And conversely, let's say you have, like, you're fighting against someone that is a kill lane, right? Like someone, that has high early game damage and the ability to, like, lock down an opponent, like, Lucian Leona, for example. If you're fighting against them, you don't want to, like, give them that space to, like, dive in and attack you. So instead, you fast push, which means that you attack the caster minions first as soon as possible, because that's where the majority of the wave damage comes from. And as you build up more caster minions, and they don't have caster minions behind their melee minions, the wave will push, almost like on its own, like a wave, like you're controlling it. Or like a wave, well, like water, essentially. And like, it'll cascade toward their tower. So they're stuck either attacking you through the minion wave, or, trying to clean up their minions as best they can. And it makes it harder for them to farm because the damage is coming out faster for their wave. So it's harder for them to like control what they're doing. And so by making them preoccupied by attacking the minions, then you're able to, keep them off of you more often than not. I mean, eventually the wave will push back. Like, you can't infinitely push someone into a tower because the tower does more damage than any minion does. But, controlling that position, depending on what you want to do in the lane, is a really big deal. Also, like, you know, freezing is just like, evening out the wave. So like, you can basically count the minions that are your side and just make sure that the other side is the same number, same type of minions. And then the wave itself will effectively not move. And you can just hold the wave in a particular place. It's a difficult thing to do. And it's hard to conceptualize to someone that doesn't like understand the moving parts. But like, I'm a lot better at it now, where it's just like, oh, I don't want to fight them, so I'm going to keep the wave over there the whole time. Or, hey, I think we have a good chance of getting ahead if we get some kills here. I'm going to let them think they're safe by like letting them push in, but I'm just going to make sure our jungler's in the area and keep the wave in a place where I can quietly farm until my jungler shows up. And now I can do things like that, as opposed to like hope for them to happen, which is a big deal. And, I really like how, because I play a lot of Ashe, but also like because of how long I spent playing support, like vision is something that I also understand a lot better than my like bot lane opponents. And so like I consistently like beat them in the vision game and control a lot more space. And that like leads to me, you know, avoiding ganks because I know this person's going to show up because I can see them. I warded there a minute ago. Or like, I know it's like, oh, wait, hold on. I checked here and I know that there's no one at mid. There are 4 people about to come to like the wave. They're just in the like fog of war. And so I'll see like my support like start to walk out towards some place and I'll ping them and I'll be like, no, don't go there. And then as they turn around, 3 people show up out of the fog of war. And it's like, because, so like, it's just like, I can see these things before they happen. Because like, I understand a lot more about how like vision works now and like how like the macro of like the game works. But I also have a better understanding of like the micro of like wave management and like team fighting as a whole. Like before, team fighting kind of just looked like a mess and I just try to throw out my abilities the best I can. But now I can like look at a team fight and it's like, okay, I need to keep this person away over here. I need to focus on this person and make sure that these people have a way out. And I can do that now, which is really nice.
As an ADC now, who like that's like an all damage carry character who was a support now, what is it that you are looking for in your support that lets you know that you guys are going to be meshing well in a game?
So like, I usually try to pair like my like ADC pick after like my support pick for the most part. Like it's like my priority is like finding a comfort pick, meshing with my lane, and then counterpicking my opponent. Counterpicking is nice if you can do it easily, but like I don't rely on it that much anymore. But like it depends on like the support, because like I know like there are like supports that only want to fight. That's all they want to do. Like, you know, Pantheon, Pyke, Leona. And so like I'm used to like seeing them. And so what I'm looking for them is like, do they know the range of like their engage range? Like with Leona, I can hit like a max range E in my sleep. Like I can do it all the time. And so like what I do, instead of like looking for an E all the time, I will like land it once and then to show them that I can do it. And then I'll just stand in max E range the entire time. And that's it. Like I'm not standing still. I'm definitely moving like kind of in a semicircle around like the targets that I'm looking at. And that discourages them from moving. And so like I'm looking for a support for the most part that can threaten with their range. Not necessarily that can press their abilities or even like have a willingness to fight, because I can work around those things. Like I want them to understand that they have abilities and they're much more useful to me threatening the opponent so I can control the wave more easily as opposed to outright fighting.
Gotcha. Okay. That's interesting. That feels like a shift.
Yeah, cause like,
cause
there's a lot of people, especially, playing support, in like an engaged support. They're like, hey, I want to fight. And I know if we fight together, we can probably win because we have a shit ton of damage or a shit ton of CC or XYZ or whatever. And like supports will get like frustrated when like they get picked off, and it's because like, they haven't shown the opponent that they need to respect their range, and they'll get jumped on. Or like they'll walk like super in front of the wave, right? Like I have the wave and I'm like freezing it someplace, and they'll walk past the wave to go attack the opponent, and then they get caught in a 2v1 by themselves because I'm still behind the wave. And then they'll get upset and they're just like, hey, what happened there? It's like, dude, I have to farm. Otherwise I won't have money when they need me to fight. And so like, sometimes they'll get frustrated and they'll roam or whatever. And I've gotten to the point where like, even if like I'm in the 2v1, it's just like, okay, I'm just going to fight. Never. I'll lose some farm for it or whatever, but I'm not going to walk out and get jumped in a 2v1. I'm just going to quietly farm as much as I can and then walk into mid game. And like, I can always do that also at this point, because there were definitely times it's like, oh man, they're keeping the wave way over there. What do I do? And then you walk out and you get jumped, and it's like, gee, I wonder how that happened. And like, now I just don't do that anymore, you know? But like, the support roams sometimes, which is fine. They're allowed to roam. And sometimes it's helpful because like, sometimes mid just needs a little bit of help to get ahead. So like, that's fine. As long as like, we can control objectives and like, I personally don't fall behind of my opponent, because like the worst thing, I've definitely played some games where like we end up fighting all the time, even though I don't want to. And, I'll have like, about the same farm as the opponent, but the opponent will be 3-1. And like my support is 0-3. And it's just like,
right.
Yeah. It's like, they're ahead because you're dead. Like if we just hang out, I will pass them. I promise you. Like, you don't have to fight like this. Just make sure they don't want to get close. Like, make sure that getting close to them feels like a bad idea. And then, after that, we can do the rest. It's fine. But like, they're just like, no, I want to fight all the time right now. And it's just like, dude, I need you to relax. Like, please. This it's kind of a slow game. I get it. But we're gonna win if we just chill out for a little bit.
Right. When I was support, and this is years ago, and I understand like the meta changes all the time.
Sure.
But when back in my day, being a support was more about creating opportunities for your ADC should they want to jump in. If that makes sense.
I get that. Yeah.
And so that's what I like. Even when I like, I'll do like one game on occasion, and like that's still what I try to do. And I don't feel like a lot of ADCs are able to read that anymore, if that makes sense.
No, I get that. Like, I feel like the thing that may have changed is that people, at least ADC as a role, has gotten like much more reliant on the mechanical act of farming. And so like people like that get relegated to ADC, like the most important thing that you can do in early game is farm, because like, you could fight forever, right? But like fighting is one, risky, and two, not as lucrative as like killing minions. Like, what's it called? Like 3 waves of minions, which is like 21 minions, is worth more than like first blood, period. Like that's it. So like, even if you lose first blood, if you're up 21 farm on your opponent, you're at even gold. And like, that's the only difference really. And so like, if you want to, fighting at bot lane is good because you can snowball very easily there. Because like your plates are easier to get because you have the raw damage to begin with, and there are more targets to kill, which like can rack up more gold like more quickly if you can consistently get those kills. But like if you're like even trading like the whole time and it's just like a dice roll as to like who dies first, like you might as well just like get better at farming, which is like weird.
Wild. Well, I think, is Silver 2, like, the highest you've made it so far in a season?
Yeah, actually, this is, like, the most seriously I've taken it, like, ranked, but Silver 2 is, currently my peak.
I mean, that's still pretty good. Even if you don't make it all the way to gold, I think getting up to Silver 2 the first time you're taking it seriously is, like, an accomplishment. And that just means you'll have to get to gold next season.
Ugh.
I mean, that's the end of it, right?
Yeah, it's true.
You gotta do it again.
I'd have to do it again. Yeah. Man, but I think I can. I'm pretty sure. Like, I have like a wide enough pool of stuff that I want, that I can play with. There are some champions that I wish I knew going into this season, like Kalista. Cause Kalista, like, is good again, which is interesting. After they spent like a long time basically nerfing her into the ground because like they gave her a kit that was busted as opposed to stats that were busted. Cause it's just like you build attack speed on her like forever. And as long as she has a little bit of lifesteal, she can throw enough spears into anything and kill it basically.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What a great job. This game is so balanced.
And it was like, it was really dominant. I think like, even like at top level play, like Kalista had like something like a 62% win rate at one point. And it was just like, ugh. Like, if anything's like over like 55, it's usually a problem. And like, they definitely tried nerfing her like a bunch of ways. They tried taking health from her. They tried reducing lifesteal. They tried reducing base attack speed. But like, the problem is that she can kill on attack speed alone, and every time she throws an attack, she can move. Like, not like a step, it's like a jump. Like, it's just, ugh. Jesus. And it's just, like, impossible to, like, lock down, really. Especially someone that's, like, really good.
Oh, God. Is there anyone you think you're going to pick up for next season? Other than Kalista?
I'd like to learn Kai'Sa. And like there are other roles that I'm interested in. Like I think I want to really get like Kindred down, because Kindred's one of those champs that like either she's on or she's not. But I like Kindred's like win condition specifically. Are you familiar with the champ?
Kindred is the one that's like the sheep and the wolf ghost, right?
Right.
So loosely, I'm familiar with the concept. I'm not super familiar with like the play style.
So like Kindred is kind of an ADC jungler. That's what she is. Like she's a ranged marksman with like some slight movement tools, and she has a ranged auto attack, right? And like the wolf can do like % health damage. So like it's one of those things that can be built to like fight anti-tanks, but it's mostly because, you know, junglers are kind of beefy to begin with. But her passive is that there are marked like jungle camps on the map that you and your opponent can both see. And like sometimes they're in enemy jungle, sometimes they're in your jungle, but every time you kill one of them, or a champion that you mark beforehand, you get a stack. And like those stacks like unlock additional abilities as you go on. Like 3 stacks give you like increased attack speed, like 5 gives you attack range, like 9 gives you like % health damage on like certain moves or whatever. And so like if you can consistently pick up your stacks, Kindred becomes a very, very dangerous champion. Like Kindred could 1v9. Also, she has an ultimate that basically makes it's like Kael's, like where like you can tag someone and make it so that they don't die for a period of time, but it's an AoE. Like you can just put it on the ground and like people can stand in it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. And so, like, Kindred can become, like, a host unto herself if you don't control where she can get her stacks from. But a good Kindred can either A, consistently get their stacks, or B, waste their opponent's time by trying to keep their stacks from her, which is the second part, which is more interesting to me. Like, getting your stacks is great. Like, you get them and then you snowball, you can blow up the whole game. But, like, if you can basically make your opponents waste their time trying to keep your stacks from you and, like, take other stuff as a result, like, if they get so worried about you getting your 5th stack that they go kill that jungle camp and as a result, you're able to take dragon, that's a big deal. Like, that's huge. But, like, a lot of people aren't able to, like, make her play that way, and I'd like to know why. I want to dig into it. But that's also Kindred's a champion that I'd like to spend more time with. Also, I'd like to play more Cassiopeia, but, like, in bot lane. Because, like, there's a lot of AD mids, and, like, a lot of times I just default to picking, like, Ziggs when people, like, play, like, the Yasuo or, like, the Yone, the Sword Boys, or, like, Action or whatever AD mid they want to play. I just play Ziggs because he's, like, a true caster and it basically fills the niche. But, like, sometimes I end up in situations where Ziggs' kit, which is, like, good at farming and, like, you know, objective control, but isn't good at, like, single target damage. Isn't helpful. And so, like, I'd like to use someone like, Cassiopeia, who's really good at, like, controlling space in team fights. But, like, learn how to, like, use her kit in the early game in bot lane. Because she's still slow, and she doesn't have a lot of range as compared to her opponents. But, like, I want to be able to use that space control against, like, marksmen if I can find an advantageous matchup. But I don't know what those are right now. But I'd like to dig into that, too.
You want to play around in the not ranked matches and see what's up.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. I would like to see Cassiopeia ADC. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I think she's really neat, actually. Like, I think the thing that made me think most about it was, like, when it was, like, I think Faker played her in, like, Earth at one point, and that's when I realized that, like, her E, which is, like, the Fangs thing or whatever, like, doesn't have a cooldown. Like, you can kind of spam it until you run out of mana, basically. So, like, she's a high mana cost champ, but, like, the idea is that, like, you, like, poison someone with, like, any of her other abilities, and then treat, like, the E as, like, a woven auto attack. So it's just, like, E auto, E auto, E auto until someone dies. Which, like, seems like an interesting loop that, like, mimics the kind of, like, mechanical intensity that, like, ADC normally uses. So, like, I don't know. I feel like there's something there. I just don't know.
I think if there is something there, you'll figure it out.
I hope so. Ugh.
You seem pretty good at uncovering the tech, so I believe.
Well, I'm definitely gonna give it some time. But, you know, gotta figure out this climb first. Fucking silver too. Jesus Christ. But, you've been actually experiencing something for the first time, right?
Yeah, I've been experiencing many things for the first time. You know?
Yeah, I guess it's fair.
It's been a season. This summer has been a summer of new experiences.
Okay, but one of those has something to do with video games, right, Tiggs?
Yeah, one of them has something to do with video games, and it's Undertale.
Okay.
So we've done, Prince Raglan, who is our, one of our, like, streamer friends, is, playing Undertale, and I am, like, co-hosting, essentially.
Okay.
I'm sitting around in the co-pilot seat, and just being like, we should do this! Tell me about this! What is going on? Why is this happening? And it's been a very fun time. We just got to, Hotland,
okay.
I think it's called. It's like a volcano world sort of thing. We went through, like, the water world cave place, and we started in Snowden in this last, like, section that we played through. And we met Undyne, and we like fought her,
okay,
quote unquote. She fought us,
right.
And we were like, what is going on?
Yeah.
We're not fighting, though. Please don't. We've done the whole game so far without actually, like, using the fight command.
Okay.
And that's entirely because they did not tell us what it does, and I am afraid. I'm afraid. So we're running around at level 1 with no experience and 20 hit points, and lots of like miscellaneous kind of happenings going on behind us.
Okay.
So it's been a time. It's very cute. The I see like a lot of the charm. I understand why a bunch of people like gravitated to this game. But I don't, I'm not, like, completely sold on it, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I get it. I'm like, oh yeah, I see why people like it, but I don't see why so many people are still obsessed with it. I think it's been, like, 7 years?
Yeah, that's true.
Since it came out originally? Mm-hmm. And, like, I don't know. I guess I don't necessarily see the staying power in it yet.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if that's because, like, I haven't seen, like, what the conclusion is. So, like, I don't have that, like, satisfaction of, like, oh, this ending, like, this, I see now, like, the entire game was leading to this point, and it's all so poignant, and now I want to go back and experience it again, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't had that moment yet. That I feel like a lot of people had while they were playing the game.
Yeah. No, I get that.
We'll see what happens. After this, we are going to be playing Deltarune, which I also haven't experienced. So it'll be fun. So far, the only thing is, my perception of Undertale outside, like, before I, like, went in, I was like, oh, everybody really likes it, but, like, wow, there sure is a lot of glowing skeleton ghost penises. I wonder what that has to do with the rest of it, because, like, people really love this game, and I don't think I've seen so many people love a game like that before, and it turns out, no, I somehow mostly interacted unintentionally with, like, the very horny end of the fandom.
Yeah, that makes some sense.
Like, it's been a wild time to just be like, that's not what this game is about?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, It's been worse. It's been good. I don't know. We'll see how I feel at the end of it. I think we're either like, there's only like 2 or maybe 2 more like sessions of it. I think we've got like maybe 6 hours left in it. 6 or 8 hours. I don't know how long the game is supposed to be.
Mixed bag, honestly.
Yeah, I've heard it's either like super duper long or it's not very long at all. But that's not helpful.
I feel like
it's like saying Breath of the Wild is either super duper long or very, very short.
I think it's actually incredibly similar. Like, the idea is that, like, there's a lot going on in the world of Undertale. And, like, in true RPG fashion, there's, like, a depth to, like, pretty much any interaction that you want. But as far as, like, the main quest, right? And depending on, like, the decisions that you make along the way, the game can basically kind of, like, coast you along through it. Like, I saw a bit of it. Like, for example, like, you've been going on the dates. And, like, the dates are full of a lot of questions, right? But, like, they all have solutions depending on what you're actually trying to do. And so, like, if you want to play through the game again, like, start to finish, you know the dates that you're going to pick up and the ending that you're targeting, you can do the whole thing in about 3-5 hours. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah. But, like, also, like, some, like, I think I've talked to you before about, like, what's called the genocide run. The genocide run, based on, like, the tools available, is even faster. It's, like, about 2 hours if you know exactly what you're doing.
See, and, like, you say that, but I have played Undertale. I have it, on Steam. I played 4 hours of the game, and I didn't get out of Snowden.
Huh.
I don't know, so I've, like, experienced, this has all been a very, like, wildly different, because I got so frustrated with Undertale that I gave up. I spent 4 hours trying to get past, like, one section, and I gave up. And I was just like, well, everyone is having a good time with it. I'm so glad they're having a good time. And, like, that was it, you know?
Yeah.
And so now it's, like, watching Raglan just, like, kind of breeze through everything.
Right.
And hearing you say that, like, oh, the genocide run only takes 2 hours if you really try it, is like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. It's because like
this game is impossible.
That's kind of the joke, right? Like there's so much to do, and that's why people are like still digging into it. Like I think there's still stuff with like Gasco or whatever that dude's name is, Gasper. That like have not been solved yet because like it's a character that you can technically get to generate in a certain place at a certain time, but it almost seems random. But like, there's still things that are happening in the game that aren't completely understood despite having access to the code of the game the entire time, which is really wild. And so like there's all sorts of like secrets and like weird, like buried, like nonsense, but sifting through the nonsense is a task in and of itself. And, that's the thing. But like, I feel like it's not clear. Like the game doesn't like guide you as well, like through the experience, but the experience itself is like very like, A, B, C once you know what it is. It's like a mystery, essentially. Like, it's a mess until it's not. And then like, once it's not, then you can start poking at the other pieces and then there are less distractions and more branches, which is a thing that people discover with this game. That
sounds so interesting. And the thing is, like, I feel like if I go back, like, Prince Raglan and I finished this playthrough or whatever, if I decide to go back and, like, try a different thing on my own, I wonder if I'm still going to get horribly stuck somewhere.
Maybe.
Very early on again. Just because I'm not, like, absorbing whatever it is this game is expecting me to do. You know?
Yeah. I get that. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if there's like a right way to play Undertale, but it feels like I've been playing it incorrectly.
I get that. Yeah.
And like I'm doing this guided tour and it doesn't feel like I'm doing it wrong. But it does feel like I'm like someone is showing me like, "Oh, this is simply the way you play the game. Like you just have to do it like this." And I'm going, "Okay," and still not understanding how I'm supposed to play the game. I'm not sure what about it is just not clicking, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that.
Like, Undertale feels like the kind of game that I should love, you know? It's got all kinds of weird lore mysteries, there's all kinds of interesting characters, the implications of the way the world exists are really fascinating, but I'm not able to interact with any of it. It's like everything is in a snow globe and I am just looking at it like, wow, I'm so glad everyone is having fun here. Sure wish I could figure out how.
Yeah, that is
It's so weird. It's such a weird experience, you know? And I don't want to say that this isn't it doesn't feel like it's one of those situations where it's like, this game is not for you, you know, the way that like Brian has bounced off multiple times on Splatoon. And so like, obviously that's just not a game for him. No big deal, you know, just like, oh fuck, what was it called?
Monster Hunter?
Phoenix Rising?
Oh!
Yeah, Monster Hunter also. But, like, Phoenix Rising, like, wasn't a game for me. Even though Brian was like, oh, you're gonna love this game. And I was like, this game fucking sucks. I tried playing it. Alex also tried playing it. It was bad. Like, and that was just not a game for us. This feels like it's a game for me, and I just do not understand how to interact with it. It feels weird. Like, I'm missing whatever, like, the key is that's gonna let me go, oh, I get it now, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm gonna give it another shot. I'm gonna finish this thing. This, like, playthrough of it, and then we're gonna do Deltarune. And I think while we're going through Deltarune, I'm gonna open it back up on Steam and try it again.
Okay.
Like, knowing where the game is supposed to go, having actually seen it now, because I haven't watched any, like, Let's Plays or anything of it, so I don't really know where it's going. I just know, like, I've mostly interacted with it through, like, cosplay photos and, like, watching my friends scream about it on Twitter and that kind of stuff. So, like, I think once I know where it's supposed to go, I am gonna try to drive myself there. You know?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I don't know if this will help, but this is something that I've noticed. Do you remember when you're in Snowdin and like you go through those puzzles, right? Mm-hmm. And like the puzzles clearly have rules. Right. They tell you like, oh, it means on this type of square you got to be able to do this, and it's surface as a thing that's like, okay, this is the game trying to teach you something, right? The game is saying these are how these squares work. This is what you need to pay attention to, and once you unlock these things in increasing difficulty, you'll figure it out. And then you get to this one, you get to like the last one, and it just looks like a mess of squares of all different colors. And like, and your brain like starts spinning like all at once, like, oh fuck, how do I figure this out? Well, I know this does this and this does this, and then it starts randomizing, and then it's just a single path to walk down the line.
Yeah, it's just one path.
Right.
You just walk down it.
Right. Like, I feel like that kind of joke is very much of like what Undertale is actually about. Right? That like, there's all sorts of things that the game is definitely trying to teach you, that will help you to a certain extent, but also, we're not going to kick you that hard. We promise.
Right.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't think I'm expecting to be kicked very hard.
Right.
I think I'm at the part where I'm like, I'm still looking at the mess of squares.
Right.
And like, everyone else is seeing the straight path, and I am only seeing the mess of squares.
Yeah. I get, yeah, and that's what I think I'm trying to get at, is that like, I feel like Undertale specifically, like, it feels like there's a lot of things that are going on that like require like rigor and like focus and like control. And like, it kind of doesn't. And that's the thing. There are parts of it that do, you know, like, especially if you like make certain choices, like, but for the most part, like the game is very happy to just kind of let you roll along and pick up whatever like you get along the way. Like and I think that's also going to be like evident once you get to like the end of it, that like however you get there is fine. That's what it's trying to say.
Right. But isn't it also like how you are, well, and don't actually answer this because spoilers, but like, isn't part of it also like how you get there is part of it? Like however you arrive, like you are here sort of thing. But how you get there is important.
It's actually a fairly interesting question, especially in the context of Deltarune.
Oh no.
Because there are situations, like, for example, I'll say this much. You know that the game is aware that you're playing it, right?
Yes.
And, there is an outcome to Undertale that the game itself is satisfied with. But it's unclear if that's canon and or correct. But but the game makes a point to let you know that it is satisfied. Which is, you know, a different thing than like it being true or correct. But it simply is. And like it's still valid, and it doesn't invalidate the others given what has happened since.
God, that's wild. Okay, I can't wait to finish this game and then come back and talk about it some more, because what is happening? So I feel like this entire conversation is how I feel about, like, this is what my Undertale play experience has been. Like, I'm looking back already at this conversation being like, I don't know what we talked about. But we sure did. And I'm sure somebody is gonna listen to this and be like, oh wow, that was a really good conversation. And then here we come in at the end and be like, I don't have any fucking idea what we just said.
Oh man.
And maybe they will see the problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think I get that much. I think I understand what's happening. I look forward to having a completely unabashed Undertale conversation with you, Tegan.
I'm so glad. Maybe we'll put it as Patreon content.
Could be fun.
Exclusive Patreon content. Tegan's actual thoughts on Undertale.
Oh man. Okay.
You've also been playing a spooky game, though.
Allegedly. It's allegedly spooky. But
it's about as spooky as Undertale, is it not?
Yeah, I guess I'll take that much. That's fair. I'm playing a video game. It's new. It's called The Outbound Ghost. It's made by a auteur developer. Apparently they've been working on it since they were 19, and it recently came out a couple weeks ago. I like it a lot. It looks very cool. One thing that I'll say about it is that it is publicly described as a love letter to Paper Mario, and it definitely feels like it. You got paper characters, you're a little ghost dude, you run around and you do things, you do have turn-based battles with action commands. There's a lot of interesting things that are going on with it. The game definitely kind of wants you to cruise. It's very clear. Like, when you enter an area and you fight enemies, allegedly, after you fight them, they just disappear. They don't respawn the same way that they do in standard RPGs. So, like, retraversal and, like, exploration is never a slog because, like, you know, you can just clear everything and just walk around afterward. After every battle, your team's, like, health is replenished completely. Which means it's, also meant for you to just kind of, like, throw everything at every single battle without worrying about conserving resources or like figuring out what's next. Also, I don't even think there's items in the game as far as like consumables go. Like, you don't have potions really. You have the ability to heal. It's totally there. And like there are a lot of ways to do it essentially, but like, you know, you don't have to worry about like counting your potions or counting your revives. Like, those things are not considerations in this game. The game itself, is fucking weird. Very much in the way that, like, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door chose to intentionally get weird. You are a ghost. A real ghost. You are a person who's recently died and reincarnated as a ghost, and essentially there because you have some sort of, quote, burden. Something that ties you to the world of the living. And, but you are also a specific type of ghost for two reasons. One, you're an amnesiac. You have no memory of who you are or who you've been, really. But also, you are able to see and control, other, like, ghosts, like, specters in these fights that other ghosts simply can't see. And, you basically fight against these other ghosts with ghosts that are made of your emotions. The first one that you meet is called Regret. You meet another character in the overworld, and that fills you with an emotion, which is camaraderie, which allows you to use it in battles. I have since, gathered other ones, which are callousness, solitude, kleptomania, and one called slave so far. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And like, every time you get one, it's, you get some text that reads something along the lines that you have, faced a memory of yourself, in true isolation, and as a result, you are now capable of using an additional emotion to fight against your enemies in battle. Something like that. So like,
that's such like an intense way to say that you've reclaimed something.
Right? Right? And like, it might just be because like this writer's like this kind of kid, which is cool. Honestly, I'm not mad at him really, but it is a lot. It's like, holy shit, what are we doing right now? Like, but yeah, so like and, you know, it's an RPG, so, like, you're mostly just kind of walking around talking to other ghosts. One of them thinks that you're a serial killer that killed a village full of people, and the village is just full of ghosts now, because I guess they all have burdens. Well, not all of them. Some of them have already successfully ascended into the afterlife, whatever the fuck that means. It's really interesting, because there's, like, a handful of characters that you've run into. There's another amnesiac that seemed to use some sort of like ability that kind of knocked you unconscious, and then like you're trying to catch up with them. There's another young woman or young female ghost, I suppose, named Shirley, that you chase into some weird like cave of illusions. I think they actually call it the Cave of Delusions. And, at the end of it, you end up squaring up against, like, her emotions, which is, like, a pair of, like, callousness and solitude, which is what she uses to protect herself in this place, which feels a little poetic, but maybe a little on the nose. I don't know. But it's neat.
Allowed to be poetic and also on the nose. Some people need their metaphors to be shoved right in their faces so that they understand, like, hey, this is a thing.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. Yeah. But I like it. It's definitely neat. I've been messing around with it. The combat is fun. There's a lot of really interesting choices that you can do. And the game has these kind of like, books that allow you to like pick these kind of choices, although like Kingdom Hearts, where it's like you're going to pick the sword or the shield or whatever. And it's like, are you going to pick lifesteal or are you going to pick defensive abilities? Are you going to pick statuses or are you going to pick like, support tools, like stuff like that. And like those are peppered throughout like the overworld as you continue to pick them up. And like you're able to craft badges like continuously, like for people who understand like the mechanics of Paper Mario, that allow you to like augment your skills or give you access to new abilities or add some sort of effect to your particular emotion ghost that you use in battle. And you use like a party of 4 against everything. And some of the numbers are really high. Like, I fought this weird turtle thing that, theoretically has infinite defense. Cause like it has like very low amounts of health, but every time you hit it for like 1 or 2 damage. And I have an ability that basically gives me back mana based on my opponent's defensive stat. And so like I used it on one of these turtles and it gave me back 200 mana, which is like 4 times my max mana for some reason. I don't know what's going on. But like, I feel like the numbers are going to get wacky at some point. I don't know what that really means, but I'm going to keep playing it on stream. And we'll see how that goes.
I mean, it already feels kind of wacky. Like,
yeah.
You know?
I do. Oh, Lord.
God, what a time to be alive.
Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, like, I like this game right now. I'm having fun. I feel like 16-year-old Rocky would have gone ape shit over this game. I feel like he would have lost his fucking mind. So I'm playing it for him. That's what it's really about, honestly.
I love that for 18-year-old Rocky.
Yeah, right. But,
a good time.
Yeah, whenever I have more updates on it, I'll be back with them. That's what I'll do.
Good. I look forward to them. I am having a blast watching you play it on stream.
Mm-hmm. How it goes.
You are clearly having a good time.
Shoutouts to Flauth. Honestly,
Flauth.
His name is a palindrome, and it's just the goofiest shit. And my character's a ghost named Flauth. Come on. What a good boy.
God, I love it. I love everything about it. It's so fun.
Mm. Okay, but
it's a game made with care.
It is. It's and like this person, however young they are, like clearly like understood like the things that they liked about Paper Mario and worked very hard to like try to articulate them to people. Mm-hmm. I just at this point like you know the pitch worked. Like I'm here. I bought the thing day one and I've been playing it. And I'm having fun. I just hope they stick the landing, whatever that is. Mm-hmm.
Even if they don't stick the landing on this one, for this is their first game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so like, this being their first game gives me so much, like, excitement for whatever it is they do next.
True.
Like, I feel like this is a developer we should follow, if that makes sense.
Yeah, actually.
Because they clearly are able to identify the things they like about a game, pull those things up correctly, and then translate them into their own idea. Mm-hmm. You know?
One thing that I am, like, kind of concerned about, developer Conradical Games. Yeah, this is the first game, Conradical. Yeah. One thing that I am concerned about, which I feel like might be a little tricky unless they lean on, like, very, like, story tropes, which they might do, is that, like, in Paper Mario, like, at the end of it, right? Like, whenever you complete the journey and do, like, the big thing, it's very much that, like, the protagonist can't win because they're alone until they're not, right? Like like in the first Paper Mario, like, Mario did the journey and he got the star beam and now he has the power of the star spirits or whatever. And then he still can't beat Bowser because Bowser has like a fucking wand that grants wishes. And so he just wishes to beat it, basically. But then like Peach and like Twink, end up making wishes of their own and like basically push Mario over the edge to win. And like if Peach and Twink weren't there, Mario would have lost. That's the end of it. And then, like, in Thousand Year Door, something similar happened, where Mario goes all over the world to gather the crystal stars, and he fights, like, the big boss or whatever, this 1,000-year-old evil. And, he gets bodied, and then the crystal stars seem to abandon him in his time of need. But, like, what happens is that the crystal stars basically pull on, like, the wishes of the entire world, like, to back Mario to beat this thing. And that was it. And I wonder if there's, like, these kind of, like, large themes of, like, community and, like, cooperation that will ultimately show up in this game. There seems like there's a lot of it already, but I wonder what they'll do with the ending in this. And so I'm very excited to see where they decide to go in that space.
Oh.
Yeah, right?
I hadn't considered that.
Especially since, like, the game itself, they understand community, right? Because, like, when you begin the game, right, there's definitely, like, people have been scattered and you are alone. Flauf is alone. But, like, there's a village of people that are kind of still trying to live together as a village. For better or for worse. And, like, there are people that, like, rebel against it, like Shirley, and, like, who are obviously, like, going through something, but the people around her are still trying to support her rather than, like, abandoning her. It's not like everyone's on their own or, like, the world is, like, an endless hellscape. There are still ghosts who prioritize community even though they're no longer tied to the world of the living. So that seems like a big deal. And so, like, I wonder, like, what they're going to do with these pieces. And I might be hyping it up a little bit. I don't care. I'm going to get excited about this. I want to see something really good from this, and I hope that's what I get.
Even if it doesn't fully stick the landing, I hope it's still satisfying. You know? I feel like as long as the ending is satisfying, even if it's not perfect, it'll be a rousing success. I mean, ultimately, I think the game so far is a rousing success, because, you know, it's very good.
It is very good.
It doesn't feel like someone's first game. It feels like someone who spent a lot of time doing games already, you know?
Yeah.
And this is like their first foray into this specific thing, as opposed to like, no, this is my first game. I hope you guys like it, you know?
Well, like, I don't know. Maybe they have like a huge list of prototypes that may show up like later down the line. That's also something I'm interested in. I'd like to see that prototype file. But like, also, I do like, there's a thing that's been popping up lately regarding the, like, GTA 6, like, leaks and whatnot. And, like, there are a lot of people who've been trashing it because it doesn't look good, which is fair, you know? But, like, also, there's a lot of people who've been saying, like, graphics are the first thing that you make, and, like, that's just not fucking true. And I really love how a lot of indie developers, especially with, like, recent releases, like the team behind Cult of the Lamb, and, like, the guy behind Comradical Games, basically, like, showed, like, their early, like, iterations of, like, the look of the game as they were building it. Like, it's just like, yeah, like, this art doesn't match the art it looks like, but, like, you look at the games, like, yeah, this is still the same game. The pieces still do the same things, just not as pretty. And, like, for you to pretend that, like, it has to be pretty the whole time to have value is disingenuous.
I think there's an important distinction, though, between people's expectation from a AAA game developer versus people's expectation from indie devs.
Sure.
And right now, indie devs have been killing it.
Yes.
And AAA has been lagging. Like, GTA, as far as I'm aware, in my opinion, I understand this is my opinion, GTA should not be able to allow anything to escape their, like, development network without it looking stunning, because they have infinite money. Like, GTA 5 is still printing money, so it should look beautiful. I don't care, you know, even though I know that's not how it works. Like, they should be able to pay people enough to keep a lid on it, you know? Like, at minimum, they should be able to pay people enough to not leak it. Because, like, every single indie game that we've played so far that, like, has really caught our interest and is really doing well has its own, like, charm and polish that's just as good as AAA games, if not better than what most of AAA has been churning out recently.
That's fair.
So, you know? I think that sound accurately communicates my complex feelings about all of this.
Oh, man.
And, like, I'm not blaming the devs of the AAA game for, like, that kind of thing. I'm blaming the publishing company for fucking up the expectations for those devs.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm willing to accept that.
I don't know. Speaking of devs.
Yeah, what do you got for me, Teeks?
Genshin Impact.
Okay.
It's a game. And it's still good.
Okay.
Did you know that Genshin Impact, that games with continuous engagement can have a bad storyline and then recover spectacularly?
That is true. They are
it
able
is
to
so
do that.
true. Sumeru is amazing. Everything about Sumeru is good. I have no notes.
You have no notes. None at
no,
all.
I have one note.
Okay.
I have one set of notes. The skin tones are very white, and that's a problem.
Okay.
That's my note.
Hasn't changed yet. Got it.
Yeah, that hasn't changed yet. They're about to introduce a bunch of people who live in a desert. There's still a lot of very pale people who live in that desert. Even if they are, like, toasty brown, they're, like, attractive tan. Not like, I live in a desert, and my body has adjusted so that I don't get skin cancer. You know?
Yeah.
Like, does that make sense?
It does make sense.
And I should specify, when I say attractive tan, I mean, like, you know, a model who goes tanning to look like they have a warm summer glow. Not like, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Not Gangaro or anything.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to, like, dig a hole or whatever here. I'm just like, It's very much like, this is the skin tone that we will allow for our models. Beautiful. You look sun-kissed. Mwah. And then it's just like, everyone else is glowing alabaster white. What the fuck? That's not what people look like. God, I hate it. Oh well. Anyway, everyone is, like, all of the movesets are beautiful. The storyline looks great. Scaramouche is going to be coming back. Like, by the time this episode comes out, I will be knee-deep in this storyline, so I'm very excited about it. I'm still having a blast, like, traversing around Sumeru. I got my free koali from her event that they did, so I have my first, like, official Dendro character who isn't the Traveler. I very much enjoy playing her. The most recent, like, in-game event that they had, they did, like, this thing where they allowed you to develop different team comps with some of the new characters, and they just put them all at level 80, and then, like, gave them good stats, and you could just try any mix and match, like, these people who aren't on your team definitely, who are from limited banners that you may have missed, and you can mix and match them with people who are on your team, or you could just do a whole team of people who, like, you probably don't have, who are all maxed out, so you can just try different stuff. That was a lot of fun. I've discovered my new ideal team comp, and I don't know I have to build so many characters. I don't know how to do it. So here's my new ideal team comp that's just gonna fuck shit up.
Okay.
It's Keqing, who I have and I love. She's beautiful. She's C3 now, and I still haven't gotten her appropriate artifacts, but that's my daughter, and I love her. I'm so proud of her. So it's Keqing, Raiden Shogun, Kamisato Ayato, and Tignari, who is who's the new, like, Dendro 5-star. That's it, and I will just fuck shit up.
Okay.
I tried it. I got to try it in the event just because, like, they were the available characters, and I was like, oh, this seems like it'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then I played it, and I was like, this is the team I want. This is the team I want. And that's the first time I've had that experience where, like, these characters are perfect together. I need them.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And I have 3 of 4 of them already, just from luck. I have Keqing, I have Ayato, I have Raiden Shogun. I just need Tignari.
Well.
And then I need to build them all appropriately. So I'm thrilled. The way it works is, with the introduction of Dendro and the new effect of Bloom, which I then use to trigger, like, additional elemental reactions using Electro, because that's my preferred, like, element. How it goes is, use Tignari's skills to lay down a field that applies Dendro passively to characters. Use Ayato's ultimate to lay down a field of Hydro that passively adds Hydro to characters. Those automatically trigger Bloom, because the Dendro and Hydro interact as soon as they're both activated, and drops a bunch of seeds based on the number of characters who are affected by Dendro and Hydro, and then I just go in with Keqing and fuck everything up. And then in addition, I can add Raiden Shogun into that mix, who, with their, like, elemental mastery abilities, are able to generate additional additional elemental particles that refill everybody's ults really quickly, so I can just do it again and do it again and do it again.
All right. Yeah, that's a strat.
I've never been so satisfied. Just absolutely wrecking house. It's so fun. I'm gonna fuck shit up.
Let's fucking go, Teagues.
I've never felt so powerful in a game. It's wild. I should rephrase. I've never felt so powerful in Genshin.
Okay.
Despite not having characters who are built, like, effectively. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, I definitely am gonna have to get on the grind for artifacts, which is annoying. They have adjusted, like, the drop rates for stuff.
Okay.
So that it's a little more generous, but not to the point where it's, like, very easy to get exactly what you want for every character kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're just like, we've fixed the drop rates a little bit. And from what, like, the people who are, like, who have been on that grind are saying, they have fixed the numbers, like, significantly from what they were before. So I feel more confident in, like, being able to do domains and stuff again.
Okay.
I might even try to raise my AR past 45.
Oh, Tia, let's not get crazy now.
I think I have enough to get up to, like, 56. Just because I keep doing quests and just not doing my my AR increase quest, and I've got, like, over 200,000 experience saved up, and I need, like, 15,000 to raise my AR. Jeez. I'm just hanging out like, hi, what if we didn't do things? I am going to pull for Nilo. I've decided. She looks cute. But I will, I'm going to do, like, the next round of character trials to see if I like the new 5-star Electro character, Cyano, and the new like, shield girl, spear and shield girl. She seems neat.
Okay. Wait, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Spirit and Shield Girl, what's her name?
Yeah, Spirit and Shield Girl. What is her name? Let me see. What is it? Her name is Candace.
Candace?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. I've been burned before. How do I spell Candace here?
It is Candace.
Okay.
She's pretty.
Oh, right. Okay, no, I've seen her before. That's right.
Yeah, I was watching, I watched the, like, event trailer for the next, like, series of Archon Quest, and she moves really interestingly. And when she, like, does what is essentially, like, the shield, what's it called? The shield bash move, it does release Hydro.
Okay.
Which is also interesting.
Okay. I'm getting actually big Nephany vibes from her. And I think I got that from her before, but still.
Yeah, no. It does feel like that. 100%. She's coming out. Cyano is coming out. He's got, like, big Anubis vibes.
Okay.
He's wearing, like, the Anubis headdress, and he has, like, a long spear and that kind of stuff. And then, like, Nilo is coming out here. I'll send you a picture of, like, the three of them. Because they're coming out, like, right in a row.
Do we know if Candace... Oh, Candace is going to be a 4-star. Okay.
Yeah, Candace is going to be a 4-star. So she should be fairly easy to get, assuming... But I said that about Toma, and it took me so long to get Toma. Toma refused to come home, like, at all. But she's stunning. But see what I mean? Like, she's like a lovely toasted color, but not... She lives in a desert. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to feel how she plays. You know?
She does seem fluid.
Watching the gameplay, it looked really neat. It looked very smooth, if that makes sense. A lot of the Hydro characters have, like, smooth gameplay mechanics.
Yeah, it's a good aesthetic to
which
hold on to.
It's interesting that, like, how they're able to differentiate the way the elements feel
Mm-hmm.
in the different kits. I don't know how to explain it. But, like, that is incorporated when... It feels like that's incorporated when they're designing the kits. Like, the movements are. Cyano is, like, essentially a 5-star Razor.
Okay.
Cyano looks like Razor. Hang on.
He does look like Razor.
Hang on a second.
Maybe they're brothers, TX.
I don't know how I feel about that. Razor Genshin. Yeah, Razor sure does have white hair and red eyes and also a dog motif. Hey,
Got
Hey,
at least cousins.
Hey, wait a minute. Right. It's the Anubis thing and the wolf thing. I don't know how I feel about that anymore.
Come home, Razor.
Like, Razor come home 5-star Razor. Like, as part of Cyano's kit, when he, like, activates his thing, he does get, like, electro claws that come out and slash while he's doing his attacks. And Razor does also get that same thing. It's a conspiracy. We've uncovered it. Hang on. I've connected the dots. I'm interested. Now I'm more interested. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm excited for Nilo. Nilo looks so cute. And when she like, all of her moves, like, how, they remind me of Barbara's moves.
Right.
Because, like, when Barbara does her little stuff, she looks like a little idol doing cute little K-pop poses, you know, J-pop, K-pop poses. And when Nilo throws her attacks, she's definitely, like, she is doing a dance. You know?
Yeah.
It's pretty, I don't know. I'm not immune to pretty ginger girl, sorry. I have a type. It's me!
Oh, God.
But yeah, looking forward to it. Very interested. The events have been fun. The storyline is interesting. Like, I talked about it, I think, last time, where I was talking about, like, how there was, like, a time loop, but it wasn't really a time loop. You were, like, trapped in a dream that was being simulated by, like, the neural network that the academia set up.
Right. Of course.
Which is, like, a wild concept on its own.
Definitely some insane
and, like,
senses.
that hasn't been fully like, addressed yet at the point that I'm in. I still have, like, one part of the Archon story quest to go, because I was doing, like, the event stuff. And when they showed the new area in the desert for Sumeru that we're going to be going to, we are going into, like, a pyramid structure that has big tech that reminds me a lot of what we were seeing in Enkonomiya, which is the area that was trapped under Watatsumi Island, like, in a perpetual state of twilight.
Right.
So, I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I want to know where this is going. People are saying, like, some of the like, lore theorists are saying that, Genshin will likely add 5 more elements to the game, before, like, everything is over. And I'm like, that seems weird.
That seems like a lot.
What elements are you gonna, like, obviously, they're probably gonna add light because, like, the Traveler's original, like, glow on their stuff was white, and, like, our siblings' glow on their stuff is still white, so, like, I could see them adding, like, light and darkness kind of, like, vibes, Kingdom Hearts. But I don't know what else they would add.
Well, you gotta remember, there's steel, there's poison, there's fairy, there's,
Dragon.
There's dragon, yeah.
There's fighting. There's rock.
There's psychic.
Oh, wait, we got Geo.
There's ghost.
There's ghost. Oh, God. There's normal.
There's normal. Where you
just someone with no elemental abilities. You just run up and sword fight them.
Yeah.
Like a regular, like, treasure hoarder or whatever.
I'd actually be really excited if there was just, like, some, like, pristine, like, normal hero, and, like, the thing is that since they're, or, like, you know what they might do? Instead of normal, they do neutral. Where, like, instead of being, like, affected by, like, elements, like, they just never get status by elements.
Oh, that'd be weird. Like a null type sort of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that'd be so frustrating, especially since, like, all of the characters are elemental right now. Yeah. Like, they're psychic. If you're a null type, you're only affected by ghost and psychic.
That's pretty much it. And, like, everything else. And, like, then, you know, the Diluc stands are gonna get super mad.
Oh my god, they are. God, I love Diluc. Diluc is so handsome. I don't have a type, I say. Gestures vaguely at ginger characters. God damn. Anyway. But yeah, Genshin's still good. Genshin's still good, event's still good. Like, they seem to be, the event feedback, I feel like, they're really, like, taking note of. We've gotten repeats of events that I haven't been, like, a fan of overall. But they've been improved. Like, the things that I didn't like were adjusted to be something else, or were taken out entirely, if that makes sense. Or adjusted so that, like, the rest of the event was adjusted so that, like, the thing that was a detriment didn't feel like a detriment anymore. So, I'm interested to see. We've got, like, the big story stuff going on, and then there's gonna be, like, a wine festival in Mondstadt that's coming up in the next patch. That'll be fun.
Well, I'm sure, oh no, why'd I forget his name?
Venti?
There we go, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a Venti Razor event. Because the voiceover from Paimon specifically says that, Grandmaster Varka, the actual Grandmaster in the Knights of Favonius, apparently knew Razor's family.
Oh, God.
His, like, actual parents. So, interested to find out about that, also, you know? It seems like an interesting time to bring that up, you know? Considering everything else going on.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, like, he's gonna be cousins with the Anubis boy, and that's it.
Oh, my God. It turns out they're brothers. They're not just cousins, they're brothers.
They're brothers. Imagine they're
brothers, separated by a great distance.
Oh, you know it'd be even crazier? If Razor's a clone.
Oh my god, imagine. That's why he was actually able to survive as, like, a wolf.
Right.
Because he's not entirely human.
Oh, no.
God, I can't wait. This whole game is wild. I'm still having fun, is the point.
True.
If you dropped Genshin, you should consider picking it up. They're also doing a thing now where if you want to participate in an event-specific quest and you haven't finished all of the requisite, like, story stuff to get there, as long as you're at least, I think it's AR 20, you can skip all of it and just do the story quest, the, like, event quest, so you don't miss out on stuff anymore. So that's nice. Also, with, like, the limited stuff that's going on. Because now a bunch of people aren't going to miss out on Scaramouche showing up again. And be like, who is this man?
Wait, Scaramouche isn't playable, right?
Not yet, no, but he's coming back in this story arc.
Ah.
This will be his third appearance, his first appearance. Yeah, his third appearance, his second major appearance. His first appearance was in a limited time event in Mondstadt, like, a year ago, over a year ago, and it was him, Mona, and the Prinzessin, like, those three were official. They were, like, the main characters in that event.
Right, yeah, I remember doing that.
But Scaramouche was, like, a passive character in one of the events, like, a little bit ago, and it was applied that he was around, like, 1,000 years ago. Which is interesting. Like, you saw his, like, sandals and shorts and stuff, but not his face. And now, he's showing up again, and it looks like he's going to be essentially piloting a mech in the desert. So that'll be fun.
Okay, Jesus Christ. They
right?
have mechs in this?
Can't wait to see what's up. Can't wait to see what's up. Well, there's been a couple of instances of I mean, like, we know they're mechs. Like, I don't want to say we know they're mechs. We know that there are, robotic type characters because we've been fighting them for a while. These, like, Mechanicus things, you know, the Ruin Hunters and that kind of thing. But this is, like, it's looking like he's sitting in the head of what is a mech, like a proper a more or less proper, like, fantasy mech.
Okay.
It's interesting. I'm interested. I'm very interested. Because, like, at this point in the story, we know that Scaramouche is essentially like a living doll, the same way that the Shogun was. Or, like, a puppet, I guess. In the same way that, like, the actual, like, Raiden Shogun who resides over Inazuma is, as opposed to, like, the Archon, like, character who we play with. You know? God, Genshin Lore's wild. I can't wait. In 10 years, when this game reaches its conclusion, I'm gonna be on this show, like, screaming about it the way that you were screaming about, Endwalker, you know?
I'm down.
Being like, no, you don't understand, this is an event!
Oh my god. Endwalker was too wild. But it was the end of a 12-year story, it really was.
Yeah, and it's gonna be the end of, like, a 10 or 12-year story. They've laid out, like, a 5-year plan or something so far.
Okay.
And it's like, geez, we're already looking at 5 years, like, and I don't think they're gonna finish the story in 5 years. Like, not at the pace they're going,
They have
you know?
They have a hilarious amount of money. Like, they can take as long as they want, I guess.
They have so much money that they're getting an anime, and Ufotable is going to be animating it.
Also, hold on.
Ufotable!
Hold on. I googled Scaramouche real quick, and I found something called villains.fandom.com, and, you know, that's fine. People,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they actually have Evildoer. I'll screenshot this for you, but it's really funny because, like, one of the things, yep, here it is. They apparently have archetypes for these, and there's one of the things that they list on every villain is, like, crimes that, like, in a easily, like, viewable thing.
Right,
Because
yeah.
they really want you to be able to look at it and then be like, oh, yeah, no, you wanted to know what villain crimes he has? Apparently, it's abuse of power, conspiracy, corruption, crimes against humanity, mass murder, organized crime, sabotage, treason, and weapon trafficking. It's just here. They just put that there.
Yeah, they just put that there. They're just
Oh,
like,
God.
here you go.
God damn it.
Here, I'll see. I found an image of him in the head of what I believe to be a giant mech. There it is. Oh my god, amazing! Look at him!
Oh my god, he really isn't that mech in this fucking...
He really isn't a mech! Yet in the robot Shinji! I'm not playing!
What was the... God damn it. No, it's, that Code Geass looking ass mech. That's what it is.
Yeah, it really is! It really does look like the Code Geass mechs. You are correct.
Oh god.
Here is the thing. Like, I think that this means that, Scaramouche is turning into a weekly boss.
Okay. I'm interested.
If that makes sense?
Yeah.
Like, kind of like how Child is in Liyue.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to be playable. But Child was released in the same, like, in the patch, as a playable character, the patch before the story arc where he was a playable boss, or a fightable boss was. And the Raiden Shogun is also a weekly boss. Well, it's the puppet, but still. And Raiden Shogun was released as a playable character before they became a weekly boss. And so I think that since they haven't been released as a playable character at this point, I don't think they're going to be a playable character. I think they're only going to be a boss. Which is going to make a lot of like, stands upset.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. God damn it. Genshin is huge. What the hell?
Genshin is so big.
Oh, man.
Genshin is large. Like,
it is large, that's correct.
The whole thing is wild.
Jesus Christ. Unlike Genshin, Temtem remains a very focused, contained experience, it feels like. But maybe this is my own personal mistake, this is my own personal hell, but like most days I come home from work wanting to play more Temtem, but realizing I'm playing it on stream, and that's kind of a bummer.
Aww. You should just stream it then.
Yeah, right?
Just do a bunch of short streams.
It's like,
of
hey,
you playing Temtem.
hey, I'm playing Temtem because I wanted to, don't worry about it, Impossible Coin, here we go. And then it's just like...
Yeah, exactly. Just do that. It's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, I want to play more Temtem. I think about it all the time. The most recent thing that I've done, we crashed, our airship crashed because it was bombed by terrorists. And then, we traveled...
As you do.
we traveled the countryside, fighting through bandits and scavengers to arrive at a town just to ask for help for our people. And it turned out there's a person who's been using my name and my likeness to wreak havoc and mischief on this town so that when I got there, they arrested me on sight.
Amazing!
And then, the first mate of the ship, who also went ahead of me, found me in the jail. He broke me out of jail, and I ran out. And I've got help from a stowaway that was originally on the ship before. And, he introduced me to his friend who gave me a couple Thames so I could navigate the space. And then he got me a disguise and got me my old Thames back. And now I'm able to be in the town, but I can't leave it because, you know, they'll search me and they'll know who I am. And I'm supposed to go do the next dojo challenge because the dojo people are my people and maybe they'll be able to help me. At least that's what I've been told. But the cool thing is that at this part of the story is when my, initial Temtem choice is validated. Because up until now, the game has been heavily skewed toward the mental type Temtem. Like everything's either weak to mental type or like mental type can fucking face roll them. But I'm finally at my first fucking crystal gem, which is where the mental type trainers get fucked. And I get to rise above with my mostly melee team, which is amazing. I'm excited to just punch all the crystal until it's dust. And then, you know, get the dojo people to help me out. There's also a good chunk of like side quests that I'm able to like, interact with in this space. A couple Temtem trades. There's a thing with the Smiths Guild, which helps me like build things. Also, I think there's someone there that's supposed to be able to help me coat my surfboard so I can surf over the toxic waters that this place is surrounded with. So that'll be cool. I also need to get another pair of crystal skates, because there's a lot of crystal to skate around in this, including the area where you can fight through the crystal monotype challenge so that you can evolve your Tukai into whatever the crystal version is.
What happened to your crystal skates?
Did
they melt in the volcano or whatever?
No.
Or in the explosion?
In the explosion, I lost my crystal skates and my surfboard. And so like I need to get another pair.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, right.
See, that's something that Pokemon never did, I don't think.
Yeah.
Is like, a thing happens and then you lose a key item.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Pokemon never takes like traversal abilities from you. And, maybe that's a design conceit, I think, because like they wanted to put some crystal stuff around like the volcano, which was valid. I didn't mind that at all. But like if you have the crystal skates, going into this zone, then there's like a huge crystal skate area you might just lose a bunch of time on as opposed to going to the town and continuing the story. So like I think it's used to like kind of like bottleneck you into that area. And like, you know, once you like finish the area's quest, you get your skates back and like you're able to freely traverse. So like that's not a big deal, but it's true. Pokemon doesn't do that. Also, one thing that I got to interact with is, the market board stuff, because, technically there is a market board like placed in like the first town in the first archipelago, but like, the joke or like the bit that they say is like, oh, the system keeps crashing. So like we can't register you here. And so like, it was not until this town, the third archipelago, where I'm able to like register. And so I was able to play around on the market board, and the market board's cool. I like it. It's like, you're able to buy and sell Temtem and Temtem related items. Instead of having like an infinitely searchable board, which I agree would probably be better for ease of use or if you're looking for something specific, but also you can turn on filters to try to filter stuff that you're looking for. Instead, what it'll do, it'll surface like a bunch of like auctions that are going on currently, like something like 20 auctions at once, that will be closing in the next like 2 minutes. And like most of the fees for like, or most of like the bids are like nominal because people can put up stuff and like or they can put like a buy it now price essentially for whatever. And like you can kind of buy anything up there. There are like perfect stat Temtem that are up there. There are like actual shinies that are up there for like bid or whatever. And like it's pricey. Like I didn't have enough. Like I think like there was like a shiny that I saw going for like 60K. And there's like a Temtem that was like perfect stats, like 3 egg moves. That was like a buy it now price for like 180K. But like you could always try your luck with the bids, but the trick with the bids is that it's basically until someone gives up. which is what I did all near the end of my stream last week. When you bid on a Temtem, then it like resets the timer for like 2 minutes until and then like someone has 2 minutes to counter, and you basically go back and forth until it's over. I ended up getting a pre-evolution of a Volcarend, which is like a vulture like bird type. It's bird or it's a wind poison type. And like it had near perfect like stats, but like the Tem itself has like a really good special defense stat, which should help it against like fighting other electric Tems. And I got a mental type, a Midi, which I've actually already evolved. But I did that off stream. And it's like this like very like lanky kind of like Persian cat looking thing. But it's a mental type and it's a physical attacker, so I think it's gonna fill a niche that I normally miss. Ironically, those two types are something that I covered in my first playthrough with a Tem that I caught in that area, which is an Adoraboros, which I do like. Adoraboros is a mental poison type and is very cool. Special attacker, has decent special defense, but I wanted to try something else because I'm doing a different playthrough, and I was already at the market board anyway, so I started messing around the market board, and I got some pretty good Tems. I'm excited to share them with you.
Nice. I'm excited. Can't wait to meet them. I hope they are all good friends.
And there was an issue, apparently something with like the battle pass for like the game. I'm not really fucking with it, but they basically gave everybody 5 free levels, so I got 5 free levels. And I forgot what I got. I got like I think like a pheromone or something, and there's like some of the premium currency, but there's nothing crazy, nothing I'm writing home about. The end game seems to be fine. People are having fun with like the dungeons and like the layers, which, you know, like the roguelite things, and like the end game battles, and like the PvP, and like the dojo control games, which seems like a lot. I'm very interested to see what it's like when I actually get there. Again. But I'm going to keep playing through the story on stream because the story's good. I'm having fun. Can't wait to share this big twist with you. It's going to be really cool.
I am looking forward to it. It's always fun when there's like a big twist and you're like, haha, we're going to have fun on stream.
Yeah. Because I don't know.
Looking forward to it.
I don't think anyone's going to see it coming. I mean, I didn't see it coming when it hit me. But also...
Really?
Yeah. And, like, you know, I've been playing Pokemon for, 25, 30 years or whatever. But, like, I did not see that one coming.
I'm personally looking forward to having a conversation after Pokemon Scarlet and Violet come out, where I am, like, actively playing Violet, and, like, we discuss the differences between your experience in Temtem and my experience in, like, the newest generation of Pokemon.
For sure. That'd be
neat.
I'm really interested to see how, like, the open world thing shakes out. Like, I hope it, like, balances well.
I hope so too. It won't, but
Oh,
I hope Smoliv does not become sexy. Like, my expectations are very low for this game.
Okay.
I hope Smoliv doesn't become sexy. I would like the cat to stay on 4 legs. I do believe the cat will become bipedal.
The cat is going to be
and I
bipedal,
am afraid that Smoliv will become sexy.
Oh my god, no, that cat is definitely going to be sitting on 2 legs by the end of that, Teague. Sorry to tell
God,
you.
I hope not. I would really like it to not be.
Oh, man.
I want to turn into a fancy rosebush lion. I don't want it to be another tiger wrestler, you know?
Whoa, hold on. I know a lot of people were horny for... I can't remember the name of the cat right now. But like the...
Incineroar?
No.
Or whatever?
Wait.
No, that's not right. Is that right?
No, Incineroar is a Pokemon, but it's not that Pokemon. Hold on. Smash Bros. Wrestling.
It is Incineroar. Haha, I win.
Is it really Incineroar?
It really is.
No, Incineroar is a Pokemon for sure. Oh, it is Incineroar. What the hell?
What were you thinking of?
Oh my god. No, I was thinking of like the final evolution of the pig was Incineroar, but like that's not...
Oh! No.
Yeah.
It's something else.
Yep. It is Incineroar. Holy shit. Also, fun fact for everybody, Incineroar is classified as Fighter 69.
Nice.
God damn it. Fucking god damn it. That's so goofy. Oh yeah, but yes, Incineroar, like I get that a lot of people are horny for Incineroar, but Incineroar's cool. It's decent. It's better Smash character than it is a Pokemon, which honestly isn't saying that much, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
I'm just afraid. I just don't want people to be horny for the cat again, you know? You know?
I do know. I got bad news for you, Chief. They're probably gonna be horny about the cat. They've definitely done unspeakable things to that cat.
I would rather it remain the funny weed cat, though.
That would have been cool. Yeah.
I want it to be like, haha, this cat is also a stoner, you know?
Yeah.
It lives in its mom's basement and it plays Call of Duty every weekend or whatever, you know? Like, that's the cat I want, not like this cat has a respectable job and a career in an industry.
Oh, hold on. I actually have a tangent for this one. So like,
oh my god, really?
Yeah, I do. So speaking
Amazing.
About like Call of Duty or just like shooters, because I've definitely ragged on these people for like skill-based matchmaking for about how like they're getting bodied and they feel bad about it. And I'm not going to take that back. This is not an apology. I fully believe that there's definitely a significant population of people who are mad about skill-based matchmaking who just want to stomp on noobs forever at the end of the day, but don't want to do it against actual people. Get fucked. Don't care about them. However, there was something that was very specific about how first-person shooters were organized, and I think it's largely because of they were mostly PC experiences as opposed to console experiences, and what it did is that it separated lobbies into federated servers, and so like people that ran these servers basically curated experiences on them specifically. Like people who wanted to get better, if you wanted to get better at say like CSGO, you'd go to a server that allowed trash talk and like kick cheaters. That's what you would do. If you wanted to like, you know, just kind of veg out at the end of the day, you join like a for fun server and just like fuck around with like the standard stuff. If you want to test out wacky builds or new shit, you'd go to like a server that like had unorthodox rules or like focus on a specific weapon. And so like people were able to self-select into various experiences based on their particular taste or interest at the moment because of these federated servers. Those servers no longer exist, especially because of how the way games are constantly live services. There's one matchmaking queue, maybe two. They all take place on one giant map. Everyone is basically thrown into like a killer be killed experience, and there's nothing anyone can really do to mitigate that. Like, you can't just decide that like one game of Warzone is just going to be silly rockets or whatever. You don't have that power. No one can do that. It's just like, you know, you play the Warzone because it's free and it's available, and like you either body someone or get bodied. That's the whole game. And I understand that situation is uniquely frustrating. I don't think skill-based matchmaking is to blame for it, but I understand why people have latched onto it as an idea and attack it specifically. But like, I think there's a very specific experience loss, or actually several experiences lost with the lack of federated servers and online multiplayer games. And I don't know how to translate them to a console experience unless they're intentionally curated by the designers, which is something that some of them should honestly look at. But I do understand that particular issue.
That was an excellent tangent.
Hey. But yeah.
No, well articulated.
Okay, so, that's all our games. I have a little bit of news, so we don't get in trouble.
A little bit of news?
Yeah, so we don't get fined.
Amazing.
One thing is, that, anyone that's been wondering, free video games are back at GameStop. It's not any video game. Don't start stealing shit. But, it turns out that, because Babylon's Fall was such a colossal failure on the end of Square Enix, GameStop as a retailer has decided to no longer carry the games, and they will no longer be available for purchase. But that means what they are supposed to like dispose of or destroy the copies. But honestly, if you go to your GameStop and you ask for a copy of Babylon's Fall, they might just give you it because they're going to throw it away anyways. I don't recommend playing the game. It is still very bad, honestly. But if you want a free video game, or if you're a historian that wants to try to preserve it, maybe pick one up. Just throwing that out
see
there.
If you can talk to your local GameStop.
For people who are playing Babylon's Fall, you know, all 6 of you, the Square Enix has announced that they will be terminating the game's live service by February 27, 2023, which will also include wiping the gameplay data and the Hanging Garden player site so that no one can access that information ever again. So,
amazing.
Archive.org, pick up your copy if you want to try to preserve it. This is your chance. This is your warning.
This is your warning.
The other thing that I wanted to cover is also GameStop related. And it's more of like a phenomenon than like a particular news story. Kotaku ran an article talking about the phenomenon of GameStop daycare. Tegan, I assume you know what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not a localized thing, but for people who don't know, GameStop daycare is when people who are in town for shopping, usually suburbanites, drop their kids off at a GameStop so that they can go like shopping without their kids around them. But GameStop is not a daycare. Not really. I know that they just like leave the kids to deal with the demos, but it's actually uniquely frustrating. And also outside the job description of, the people who work in this retail space. And they also have enough shit to worry about without looking after your damn kids. So, if you have kids and you're interested in going into town for shopping, hire a babysitter and pay them actual money, because also there's too many people who are just kind of taking advantage of people leaving their kids places, and not paying for that service, for that labor, because it's fucking labor. You can't just fuck off, like, Teagues,
if you think it's too much hassle to take care of your kids and do the shopping, then obviously that is labor that you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so it should be treated as like regular labor, not like, I'll pay you I'll pay you $20 to watch my two kids for an hour and a half while I go shopping. I think is fair.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
But like, yikes. A lot of times this like GameStop babysitter thing will specifically happen at mall locations.
True.
And at locations that are in like, or locations that are in like a strip mall sort of situation, or like a shopping center area.
Right.
It wasn't a huge thing at our location where I was at, but that was more because, the side that we were on had like a furniture store and a grocery store and a Hobby Lobby, but the Hobby Lobby was like decently far away.
Okay. Yeah.
But like, don't just leave your kids in public, Yeah,
like what the fuck?
Like, there are bad guys. And even if there aren't bad guys, like, that's spooky for them also,
Yeah, definitely changes a kid.
If you think your kids are okay to be left, like, alone in public, maybe they're okay to be left alone at home.
Mm-hmm.
Because
they are alone in public, alright? Like,
they are alone in public.
Geez.
They're unattended children. Like, at least leave them at home where they can just watch TV for an hour. That's what they're gonna do,
You know what fucked me up this week, Teagues? I saw a tweet. I wish I could pull it up right now, but there was a woman who was talking about their friend who was asked to babysit for this family, and they were watching 7 kids for 9 hours, right, between 2 families. And when they came back to pick up the kids, they said, "Oh, we went to temple, so we're not paying you for the babysitting."
What?
Yeah. There are parts like they're in temple, like, you're not supposed to actually, like, do work or, like, pay for labor in that time. That is true. But, like, again, you left 7 kids with someone for 9 hours instead of, taking them to temple with you or whatever the fuck. And, like, they're just like, Jesus Christ. And, like, there's a lot of, like, just wacky casual disrespect of, like, babysitting or just child care in general.
Like, at that point, like, if you're going to temple and you're not going to be able to pay them after, pay them before.
Right. Yeah.
Like, if they're not family, if you are hiring a person outside of your immediate family to watch your kids, like, especially 7 kids for 9 hours, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right.
That deserves money. That deserves proper money. Like, Jesus.
It's so wacky to me. Like, there's just so much, like, wanton, egregious disrespect for people who look after children or care for them. Especially like in more casual situations, like they'll just leave them with a teen or whatever. And it's just like, hey man, like you're having someone look after, like, this child is important to you, right? Like, should we treat this like a ransom? Like, what the fuck? Just pay them for something. Like, god damn it. And it's like, oh, man, I don't know. I grew up,
not paying a babysitter is a great way to not have a babysitter next time you need one.
Yeah.
Like, geez,
Like, man, we had, like, I was a kid, and, like, you know, my parents were always busy. They had things to do. My dad was traveling. He was military, and my mom, like, was doing all sorts of stuff just to make sure that, like, our lives were, like, comfortable and whatnot. And so, like, we weren't always looked after, but, like, a lot of the time when she left us with someone, like, they were paid. They were people, you know? And, like, sometimes we, like, stayed with family friends, you know, we, like, stayed with, like, people that she knew that she paid to, like, look after us. I remember a babysitter. One of the babysitters, I think his name was John. I can't remember his last name, but I was like 8 years old, and he showed me Ocarina of Time, like the last boss. He just fucking killed Ganon. And like, I was like, I need to play this video game. I gotta find out what Zelda's about. And like, you know, that changed my life forever. It was a big deal. And he was paid for his time. And it's just like, ugh. Like,
when I was growing up, I was babysat, every summer by college students because my mom was a nurse. My dad worked all day. So like, we needed somebody, like, who could drive us theoretically to, like, activities,
right.
You know?
Yeah.
And if they were like, oh, we went to Chuck E. Cheese today or whatever, you know, like, the babysitter was reimbursed for that in addition to their regular pay.
Right.
And, like, my parents got, like, a babysitter pass for the pool that we went to, at, like, our pool is, like, the Jewish Community Center. We, like, paid the membership and did that.
Shout outs.
And my mom got a babysitter pass specifically so that the babysitter could just take us to the pool every day and we would swim ourselves out. Like, no problem, you know? And they got to, like, hang out they got paid to hang out at the pool all day. Like, babysitting is not what it used to be. It used to be good. And now, like, everyone is treating babysitters and teachers and daycare workers like shit.
Yeah.
And that's not right and that's not fair.
Yeah.
You know? That shit is work.
It's fucking work. If, you know what, honestly, if anyone, like, wants to allege in any capacity that teaching is somehow not work, meet me outside. I am so ready to wreck your shit. Oh my god. I have the power of God and anime on my side. Jesus Christ.
And probably the local teachers union.
Yo! Goddamn, we're gonna get you jumped by your local teachers union. How about that? Huh? Like, god damn it.
They know what a fight in the parking lot looks like. They've seen it at school.
Man. But yeah, that's most of the stuff. Also, like, you know, GTA leaks happen. It sucks. I feel bad for the people at Rockstar, because there's no way that this ends well for them, honestly.
I feel bad for the devs at Rockstar. I do not feel bad for Rockstar.
Oh, that's true. No, Rockstar the company can get fucked. Don't care. But
yeah, Rockstar the company should learn and also should know better.
Yeah.
The devs, not their fault. I feel bad for them. You know, they a lot of times don't have a lot of control over what the corporation says they can and cannot make.
True.
So,
rip the guy that got spearfished. There are some reports of a hacker that was arrested in London earlier this week. But it hasn't been confirmed if they've been connected with the GTA leak specifically. There's also like a leak that happened with Uber that like happened around the same time that may have some overlap. So, you know, if we have more complete information, we'll definitely bring that to you. But, you know, I didn't want to make it a full news story.
Yeah, at time of recording, we don't have enough information to be like, this is what happened. Haha.
But yeah, I think that's about it. You want to do anything else, Deeks?
No, I think that's the show.
Okay.
At time of posting, which should be beginning of October, happy spooky month. I believe Brian will have turned on the thing.
Oh yeah, the Patreon billing.
The billing for Patreon?
Yeah.
So, patrons should expect a new, maybe not a new watch along, although we did promise, Brian that we would watch one of the Friday the 13th movies, I think.
Oh god.
Like a zillion years ago. We'll do that maybe. But you should get your regular, we'll do anime and we'll do that kind of stuff, so. Yeah.
But yeah.
Brian's still sorting out whether or not it's going to be wrestling or something else. I think Brian should just start telling us about the horror movies that he's watching.
That makes sense.
It's Patreon content for October specifically.
I think that would work.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's us. That's the show. This is Impossible Coin. Brian's not here. He'll probably be here next time. That's what I believe. But you can find us wherever podcasts are found. iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, but not SoundCloud.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah, fuck SoundCloud. Man, some of the music that I like is on SoundCloud, though. But that's different. I don't get my podcast on SoundCloud.
Support your artists on SoundCloud. Don't have to support SoundCloud as a platform.
Ooh, actually, there is an artist that we at Impossible Coin would like you to support on SoundCloud. His name is Big Soch. He made the music at the beginning and end of this show. You can find him at soundcloud.com/Big Soch NJ. And if SoundCloud's not your thing, you can find him on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. Our logo was also a t-shirt, and it was designed by Lauren Moran. You can find her on Twitter at Lauren Moran. She also has a Patreon. She does incredible shit. Give her a look. You know, if you want to commission her, she would probably really like that. And her shit's really good, so you'll probably like it too. We also stream on Twitch. You'll find us at twitch.tv/ImpossibleCoin. I'm playing Temtem and the Outbound Ghost. Tegan's going to be back soon. We're also going to do Splatoon Saturdays, in which I actually get good at Splatoon so we don't get rocked again like we did this fucking weekend.
I also will get good at Splatoon. I will try to be there for every Splatoon Saturday. I'm still... So, for everyone who missed, like, somehow the announcement, my mom was really sick all summer, and she passed away at the end of August, and so, that's why I quit streaming,
Mm-hmm.
and, then immediately after my mother's memorial, I got COVID, which also prevented me from streaming because I had no voice.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But now I'm feeling a lot better, spiritually, emotionally, physically, so hopefully I'll be back soon. I'm not sure if we should pick up Nier again, since we only got one playthrough, one sit-in under it, or if I'll just start back up with something new like Potion Permit, which recently came out, so we'll find out together.
Potion Permit looks good.
It does, it looks so cute.
But yeah, that's us. That's the show. So we'll be back next time. Keep an eye out for the anime episode for the patrons, and the next regular episode for everybody else. We'll do a Patreon shout out. It'll be a whole thing. But take it easy. Go in peace.
See you later.
Bye.